Have you ever seen a movie that was doing really well at the box office and wondered to yourself, why in the world is this movie making as much money as it is? Well, many of the highest grossing films of all time have similarities that make them basically engineered for maximum financial success. And one of these similarities is based on seasonality, which is basically the idea that release date matters to a film's profitability. These two individuals, named Cartier and Laerti, they found that 26.1% of box office variance can be accounted for by the number of films released at a given time. And they also found that the peak release times for films are early May, mid-July, Thanksgiving week, and late December, as you can see on these graphs you see right now. However, they also state that studios should try releasing films at more irregular times in order to avoid the potential disappointing box office revenues that will result from a large amount of films cannibalizing each other's potential revenues. For example, films like Black Panther and Captain Marvel, they released in February and March, and part of the reason why they were so successful is because they had no competition. Another aspect that helps increase a film's potential box office revenue is a bigger scope in terms of production. These two other individuals, named Pangarker and Smith, they found that production budget has the greatest correlation with box office revenue, with a strong positive correlation of 0.735. Also, they found that other aspects associated with bigger productions, such as being a sequel or having a major distributor, also have strong positive correlations with box office revenue. Also, merchandise plays a large factor in how profitable a film can be. For example, one individual named Lev Ram, he found that The Force Awakens, while making $2 billion just by the film itself, also made $6 billion in terms of merchandising. So clearly, the most merchandisable films are also the most profitable ones at the box office. Finally, to make as much money as possible, a film needs a large audience, and there are two parts to this. The first part is a movie needs good word of mouth to draw in more viewers. And while advertising media strategies in the film industry by Elliott and Simmons was written about a decade ago, it nailed that the use of the internet to offer both advertising opportunities and quicker word-of-mouth responses would be an integral part to how films are diffused today. And on a personal note, I wouldn't have seen films like Lady Bird or Parasite without the amazing online reception that they got. So clearly, critical reception matters to a film's success. And if you think reviews only matter to pretentious film nerds like me, just look at the poster for Shazam. You can see in the bottom right corner that they have a certified fresh logo on it from Rotten Tomatoes. So clearly, the big studios know that people care about quality and how people see a movie before they go see it. And on the other side of this audience dilemma is the foreign market of moviegoers. Now, when Lev Ram wrote his article in 2015, he noted that 70% of Hollywood's revenue in that year was from the foreign market. So, large studios are trying their best to cater to that foreign market. And one of the most telling examples of this is the promotional campaign for Iron Man 3, which was launched in Beijing's Forbidden City and also featured an extra scene featuring a Chinese actress with extra storyline. So if you think that Hollywood movies are made primarily with Americans in mind and the foreign market is just an afterthought, then just look at this example and many others in recent years. So what I want you to take away from this is change the way that you see box office success. When a film does well, it's not lightning in a bottle, it's just very skillful planning. And it's not top tier artistry, it's how well the rich producers engineered it in order to satisfy the masses.